Todos tenemos nuestra propia historia, pero lo que hace que cada una sea diferente no es cómo terminan, sino el lugar donde comienzan.
¡Buddy! ¡Santo Dios!
No, he just, in my case, he sent me a script and he said, would I mind reading it? And I read it and was then doubly thrilled when he asked me to play the role. And he never said a thing about his grandfather. I think maybe in his casting process, he decided he selected each of us because we had certain something that might have put him in mind of his own people. I guess that what it was, but he never suggested to any of us about who we might play.
Well, Ken didn't really show any photos either. He sort of left a lot of it up to ourselves and what we think the character would do. And he told us to put a lot of ourselves into the character as well, which I just loved about Ken because he gave you a lot of space and it was never like direct. And he wasn't really directing us. He just gave us a lot of space and freedom with our work.
Mi madre dice que si nos vamos a Inglaterra, no nos entenderán al hablar.
Si no pueden entenderte, es porque no te escuchan. Tú sabes quién eres, ¿verdad? Eres Buddy de Belfast, donde todos te conocen.
Oh, definitely, yeah, no doubt about it.
¡Eh, Buddy! Tu madre te está llamando, tienes que ir a comer.
Yes, it was. It was. I know it's Ken's personal story, but it was. It touched me deeply in my very core, and I love the idea that it wasn't a vanity project. It wasn't about me. It was about trying to collect the soul of the people of the city via his own experience. And in this, the idea, we've seen a lot of films or dramas or documentaries about what happened over the last 30, 40 years. And Ken was approaching it from, in a way, a humanist sense of view. It's not about a political agenda. It's not about history. It's about people. At the very core, it's people and family and community. And I love the idea that he'd put this on screen.
¿Vamos a tener que irnos de Belfast?
Lucharemos juntos.
Es la hora.
¿La hora de qué?
De la guerra.
Yeah, no, he didn't mention anything about that at all, about class, but he knew the decency of working people. This is what he knew, what he grew up on. He knew their decency and how difficult it was, because economically at the time, Belfast was the most deprived city in the UK. So this was just part of the fabric of his life, you know, but he wasn't making a point about it. I guess when you see it visually, you just observe that that's where it is.
Estamos en una guerra civil.
¿Tú qué quieres?
Quiero estar con mi familia. Te quiero a ti.
Well, changed my life, I don't know. I guess my youth is a very long time ago, so I don't know if I can remember that far. Certainly, I've enjoyed massive films, but I couldn't come up with one off the top of my head that actually changed my life. One of the earliest ones I saw was Midnight Cowboy when I was in my teenage, which I thought was an extraordinary film that broke a lot of rules. John Schlesinger film. I really enjoyed that.
I have to say it was probably the first Avengers film that really made me sort of interested in movies because it had funny parts, it had sad parts, and yeah, I just love all the Marvel films. And those are probably the movies that sort of awakened me to the acting community.
Marchaos. No miréis atrás.